What's up, y'all? Good Monday. Good to see y'all. Listen, y'all. If y'all don't know, this is TFG Tonight, and I'm your host, Mr. Haynes. And this is the best morning show that you can watch at night. Y'all listen, that's Devin, that's Lee, and that's Kenny.
I'm trying to be nice.
Black said we got two Americans.
Let's say to my brother Black, man, I think you could be a preacher. I ain't never heard somebody that use a curse word and then read a scripture right after.
So let me state for the record, I am a misogynist. You know,
Pull out your card, Doc. He's
and I'm a chauvinist as well. Anybody who knows me knows that.
That's right. That is
Now I can go back to minding my own business.
It's true.
Either that boy is Benjamin Button or somebody lying.
And listen, and that boy may be mentally 12, but he's 34.
You bad boy, you don't do it again.
I'll let Black articulate a little bit better than that.
Nope.
Okay.
Never mind.
It's good for the soul. It's like medicine, right?
Yeah, for real.
That's all I gotta say. I wish I had one of them applause buttons to, like it.
Good morning, y'all. Happy Monday.
Ooh, wee. Hey. All right, huh? I know. But we here now, and so y'all come on in and say what's up, because everybody and their mama is here. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Lee, that's Devin, and that's Kitty. If we can have to reintroduce ourselves, we are the best morning show that you can watch at night. And oh, y'all, if y'all don't come in here and speak to us about all that drama I had to put up with y'all to ask me if we was gonna be on here, y'all better say something to us. Y'all better talk to me now, because y'all was wearing me out. Hey, y'all doing all right, everybody?
good.
Oh,
What's
my
happening?
goodness, good, man. Listen, it is Monday, and as we promised, we are going to do this thing all day. So I'm excited. I have plenty to talk about. And so again, ladies and gentlemen, if we say something you like, by all means, the Cash App is scrolling at the bottom, and y'all just enjoy yourself, because I've had about a month to put my mind wrapped around these things. And so I'm going to start this thing really, really easy. And I want to talk to us today about public display of affection. And again, for those that are new to the show, this is our segment which we are culminating one of our segments doing the show about Black Love Series. This is not just about Black people, but this is how Black people think. And we have to have conversation about what we think, and what better way to do that but to talk to Black people. So again, that's how you do it. And so Black love is unique because Black people do it. And ain't that you gotta love on each other, but just how you love on each other. That's what we're talking about. And so to start off, because listen, I promise y'all, I'm gonna get knee deep. I'm gonna get deep. Well, I ain't gonna start cutting up. But if you ever seen Lee Black, he can get in that thing real good. We're gonna get in that thing about like
That's what she said.
That's it. Okay. Hello. Come on, sir. So, yes, sir. All right. So, public display of affection. Just quickly, Lee, do you like it? You don't like it? What you do? You do PDA?
I've never been a real big fan of PDA.
Okay.
Just to be honest, yeah.
Okay. Don't take me too fast. I got some more. Sister, always a pleasure. PDA. I almost can answer this for you because I almost know.
Nope.
Yep.
I do good to do the PB and the private display of affection. So
good God Almighty. Gee whiz.
You in mind about this. So again, all right, Kenny, my brother, what say you about public display of affection?
Personally speaking, I mean, I'm cool with holding hands or whatever, but with all the smacking and smooching, I ain't cool with that.
Okay, all right, okay. So then, here's my question: if your partner, if they want to have it, what's the compromise then, Kenny? I'm gonna start with you. What would be the compromise? Say you.
I mean, if you want to, my thing is, we don't need to be just lip locking and throwing each other tongue down each other's throat. in
Okay.
public. If you want to just a quick smooch, I'm cool with that.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
I walk, we walk holding hands. I'm cool with that. But
Okay.
just all the personal display, you just like really getting with it. Nah, I ain't doing that, and there's no compromise for me on that.
Okay. All right. Well, sister, is there a compromise or it ain't?
Well, yeah, because I respect my partner wishes.
Okay.
So I'm exactly what Ken said, which I'm actually shocked.
I am
I'm
too.
willing to compromise with a little peck, a little, here, there, and I'll hold hands, and you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I don't have an issue with that, but I don't believe people who do it.
Okay, good. I'm going somewhere. I'm just asking. So, but Black, what's the compromise then? What is it?
I agree with my brother and sister, and it's time and place for me.
Okay.
The big over the top stuff, I'm with my brother Kenny. That's not going to happen anyway because I'm just private like that, believe it or not. But time and place, if we add a function and to hug, and I naturally call the person by baby, honey, a little nickname or whatever. But the big over the top stuff, no.
Okay, so good. So this is my question then to y'all, since this is where you guys stand. What is the purpose then? Why is it that those who want it, is it about territory, or is it about, I don't want to say the love language because I don't think that's even one of them, but I mean, what do you all feel that those who do like doing it, what's the purpose? Because again, is it validation? I mean, I'll talk about with you, Black. What do you think then? Those that do want this, what's this about?
I love the question because I have found from my experience that that's this generation's validation. It's not real until somebody else notices it. And I think it's kind of hand in hand with why they social media, you got people who, since we're talking Black love, everything has to be broadcast and get a like or a comment behind it. Look what he's done. Look what she's done. Look what they bought me. Look what I'm eating. Look what they're taking me. And so you started to see, maybe about 10, 15 years ago, this whole thing of putting that your so-called love on display. So I think for people who do that, sister said it best. It's not real to me. That doesn't suggest that it's real, that you have to go over the top with these public displays. So I think it's a lot of insecurity, when I think for people who maybe crave that, it is marking territory kind of deal, and it's for public consumption, and it's just not real.
Okay, Kenny. So let me ask you this: what's up, Steven? Good to see you, man. He said, I love some PDA, holding hands, slap a little boot. Yes, sir. See that I needed some.
That Negro need to go take his ass home. Jack, get off of here.
Oh,
get off of here. That's my he ain't lying. That's my buddy. He out here to show it out.
I needed somebody to give me something good. So I was like, Kenny, because at least it brought up something about the generation, and that is something important because you're right. We have now we're in so many people's lives, much more than we've ever had before. But let's back it up a couple of generations for where we were, maybe late 80s, early 90s, especially when movies were doing things the way they were. I mean, like, what was it for them? Because Black is making a point, and I can go there for just a second. But I want to back it up just a little bit. So is it as generations come, has it gotten a little bit more out of control? Or how was it back in the 90s as far as what do you think that was about?
I think it's I ain't gonna say it's gotten out of control. I just think it's different. I just think Black said, just like he said, I think it's about validation, it's about territory, but it's always been that way when it comes to PDA. I think I just think now, again, Brother Black hit it, social media with the advent of that, everybody wanted to show that they in love or they got somebody. And then some people feel like, well, if you don't show me on your social media, then what you hide me for? Yes. So some of that does go back to the insecurities that some people have if you don't do all this PDA or you show him on your profile and all that. But at the end of the day, man, I mean, I think you do want to make sure that your partner feel comfortable with you claiming them. Okay. I do.
Okay.
And what, whatever that may be, you don't have to be over the top with the PDA, but whatever it is, I think at the end of the day, we all want to make sure who we rocking with claim us.
Yeah. Good. Sister, I'm gonna ask you like this because I know where you stand, but just generalizing, who do you think would want it more publicly, women or men?
Ooh, I love the question.
From the people that I know, it's usually the woman who needs it.
Needs it.
Well, because some women feel like if you're not hugging me, touching me, kissing me, whether it's a million people there or just them, then you don't like me. Like, this is how you show me that you're attracted to me, that you love me, that you like me, is by showing me affection.
Right.
And for
who's it for?
I'm saying that for the men I know of, it's almost like it makes me feel like a marking territory type thing, and it's a claim thing, and so that's when it gets weird to me. I mean, nobody's at fault. You kind of have to ask that woman who's like that, what's going on with you, where you don't feel like this person loves you,
right?
Unless I'm hugging you, because he could hug you, kiss you, and touch you in public, and then punch your ass in the face as soon as you get in the house. And to me, that don't make a bit of a difference. But y'all know I'm different. There's something wrong with me. But so I just don't get that.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. All right, but what you got?
Sis went exactly where I wanted to go, and that's why I said I love the question. Sis, I'm gonna tell you something. In some ways, I've seen a reverse. A reverse of this, because I agree with you, and it used to be that way. I just went to my brother-in-law and sister's 48th wedding anniversary. And I saw a dichotomy with the older couples that was there. And what Stephen said, I find that with older couples, the love is genuine, but it's more playful. And there is a confidence, in knowing that person, where that person could be across the room and it's a look. And that's the validation, Whereas, sis, let me tell you what I saw. I saw guys who I think PDA has changed some, where they want their women to come out in a public way with these get 'em outfits. Now, your woman just left home with this shit that on, but now you upset that she's drawing attention and you don't want her to leave your side. And for them, their PDA is not so much the touching and grabbing, but I want you as a trophy. I want everybody looking at you, but you can't leave my side, because that is the validation that, she bad, but she with me. And that level of insecurity I see so much with the men now that it just blew my mind.
Yeah, and see, that is great. See, y'all leading me where exactly where I was going, because when I thought about PDA, again, this is an acronym that people have made up just because of what's going on. And my thing about PDA is it's unnecessary because, number one, it's public and it's attention. So if I was to change some of those words, I'm saying, it's public display of attention, and I would really want to just make it organic, because ultimately, in my opinion, PDA is almost like grass is green on the other side, right? It's like you're trying to impress people that don't even care nothing about you. And it's like, yes, I'm with Steven. I like to put my hand on my wife's everything, right? And so again, but I know one thing, that my wife don't probably, I don't know. I ain't gonna speak for her. Baby, tell me. You tell her, baby, what you want me to do.
Right.
But at the end of the day, some things are not public. And again, as the generations, and it's great that you brought that point up, Lee, because as we have gone generationally on, it's become worse, because people want more attention.
Right.
And so then you're putting you're putting your affection on display, but it's not organic. And that's the issue, because then, as Devin pointed out, took that hard left, that he may be putting your hands on you the right way in public, but he's putting your hands on you the wrong way in private, and then we're missing the point. Again, it's gonna get old. So again, I don't know if it's necessary or not. I don't know if you want the attention from other people or not. I don't know if you got insecurities or not. I'm just telling you, it's unnecessary. Unless
but I would kick back a little bit on that, though, Brother Brent. I wouldn't say it's unnecessary. It's it may be necessary for that couple. That might be something where they rock. So
And that's why I said organic.
Yeah. And then that's why I say I'm not going to ever say someone doing it publicly it's not necessary, because that may be their language and how they communicate and how they show affection to one another. So I ain't gonna say they shouldn't do it, but I will say, I mean, sometimes you need to keep it PG too.
Right.
And that's where I wanted to also comment on Stephen's comment, because I don't want to get it confused that none of us are against displays of affection. For me, I think a lot of us, what we're saying is the public part where it goes over the top. I love Stephen's point because that's falling in with what you're saying, Brother Brenton.
Yes.
If it's organic and you damn sure right that if you're a woman or and for that matter, let's get it clear. A man like a little peck too. If I'm smelling good and looking good, it's okay for you to grab my hand, pat my ass, and whisper in my ear, baby, you looking good. You know what I'm saying? So it does. So I'm not against displays of affection, but it's the public part, because sometimes you can draw unnecessary attention. And I like the part where you put in there, Brother Brendan, is that sometimes it might not be the attention you want, because you got to be awfully bold now. Again, that's why I gave the example of how some of these people are dressed. I lived in fear when I was married, going in public places with my wife, because if it draws the wrong attention and a guy reached out and touched and grabbed her, I got to fight. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
All my life.
Yeah. You get ready to rumble. We about to rumble, Jack.
Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. I don't even have to be there. She come and say, baby, we in a movie theater, and let's say she go to the bathroom and she come back to that seat, this man touched my butt. I got to go hit this motherfucker now.
Yes. Yeah. What's up, Dad? Good to you. Your point.
What's up, great. Pastor Haynes? What's happening?
The point is that affection can drive perception. But here's my thing about this, right? My thing about public display of affection, it doesn't always have to be those physical touches and smooching and stuff, because it's about you organically showing attention to your partner by either going to get them something to drink or making sure you have that male chivalry. Those are things that, again, that is because, again, in my opinion, in my perspective, if you want to show public display of affection, you want to show a great example. If that's what I'm saying. And so, again, when it's all said and done, Stephen said his second wife didn't like it. She must be kin to Devin, because they just don't like that kind of stuff.
No.
What up, Sherry? Good to see you. She said a little hug.
What's up, Sherry?
But touching on me in public would, okay, Sherry.
Sherry's so
she
violent.
actually mean that, though. She mean
that. I just need to know that it's genuine and, like you said,
That's
it's organic, because I've been out before with men, past, present, and I can tell that sometimes a kiss is not just because you feeling me at that moment. It's because dude on the other side of the bar looks like he might want to walk over. So it's like, I'm like, okay, so now I gotta show everybody, okay, I'm not here by myself. You know what I'm saying? But so if it's organic, and I don't mind. I'm just not a public. That feels weird to me. I just feel like a lot of things are supposed to be done in private. I guess I don't know if it's the age that makes you feel like you need to be more modest with your stuff. You know what I'm saying? But for some, and you can tell when a couple it's organic versus it's not. Like if somebody date or they just start dating, you can tell like, oh, they so cute. They still like each other. You know what I'm saying? And you can also tell when it's just over the top and it don't make any sense. Because this woman is all over this man because he probably really don't like her. That's what I'm saying? So, I mean,
I admire a woman fixing her man's tie more than I would her licking all over his face. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I mean by when you want to show it publicly. It doesn't have to be salacious and, just erotic. It could just be something that you're showing to grab somebody's attention and say, oh, you see what she just... And, man, that would just drive me. It's like, man, here it is, ladies and gentlemen. I'm finna use Kenny's statement. You're paying attention to them.
Right.
So publicly pay attention to your person. How about that? Right. and we can move on from there. Yeah, that's what that means. So if you're going to show some PDA, just publicly pay attention. That's it, and display that type. Okay, so that's the type of PDA I want to see. I want to know that you're paying attention to your person, and then you focus in on them, and then you taking care of business. So that's That's what that is in a nutshell. And again, that's just a little icebreaker because y'all know I brought my shovel and I'm about to dig in this thing so deep. So, all right, we warmed up now, y'all. Right, that's some good stuff. So I appreciate that. So if time was money, now people talk about this. Time is money, right? And so I'm always going to ask my family the hard questions because again, I don't trust too many other people to talk. So again, I'm just having these conversations with y'all. What's up, Aaron? Good to see you, man. So here's my question for y'all. If time was money, where would you be investing it the most currently? If time was money, where would you invest currently? Where would you say your investment are the most?
Is this pertaining to just general life, or are we confining it to love?
Well, no, it's life because then I'm gonna go somewhere else. So yes, that's just if you had you had $100,000 and that was time, right? 24 hours, that's $100,000. Where would you say currently you invest that time the most?
Doing absolutely nothing. I done hit this stage of my life where my quality of life is the most important thing to me and my peace of mind at this stage. So if I was truly in a position where money wasn't a factor that I had to go out and earn, I wish I could wake up. If time wouldn't exist, I wouldn't have to wear a watch. I wouldn't have to be thinking, how many hours can I get sleep? I would walk around like Winnie the Pooh with no drawers on every single day.
My goodness.
Get up whenever I want to and do absolutely nothing.
Woo, okay. So wait. So then, since Black gave me that, give me your top 3. So if you had a pie spread out, I'm gonna let you get time to think about the other 2. So y'all, top 3. Where would you do your most investment? Second, third. Where would you be investing your time?
I definitely know my first one is I'm kind of doing that now, but I would definitely be doing a whole lot more is developing my sports brand. That would definitely be where most of my time would be spent.
Okay.
Number 2, it would be trying to get this love life on track.
Okay.
That would be number 2.
I love it.
And then number 3 would be just really doing nothing, like Brother Black said. Kick back in my boxes, drinking me some wine, chilling, being a wino.
Okay. All right. Sister, you ready? How would you invest?
I do know I would be on probably not on vacation, but in vacation mode. Probably with my husband, because sometimes we do good on vacation. It's weird. We do much better on vacation than we do. And not that we do get along, not on vacation, but it's just something about being on vacation. We vacation together very well. I would also invest in my family, figuring out what they need to do to have a decent quality of life, and maybe making sure they get at least 1 to 2 vacations with me in a year. And I would develop I'd probably develop a cake artistry business.
Okay. Cake artistry?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I like to make cakes that don't look like really nice looking cakes.
Okay.
I never would have thought that.
Right, you learned.
All these years, you ain't never told us you know how to do
Shit,
that.
told us nothing.
I'm too busy working and going to school.
This woman, she shoot guns. She got real estate license. She nursing, and now she bake cakes. Boy, you
got a CDL. I'm just a jack of all trades.
Hey, you the quadruple threat. You are the quadruple threat. If I ever heard one.
Let me
help, sleep, and friends.
Say it again.
Help, sleep, and friends.
That's your 3. Okay, so let me ask you this now: do you feel like you have a balanced portfolio?
Hell no.
Nah, I know.
Okay, all right. So if sisters, do you feel like you have a balanced portfolio?
It's okay.
Okay, so then here's my question: if you needed to balance the wealth, balance it, and tell me where the money gonna go then. How you gonna split it up? You got 100%. What you put in where and how we balance it?
I am real big on Well, hold on. I've learned how to be big on investing and creating dividends that pay me so that I can live my life to relax. So I'm about earning enough money and putting back enough money so that I can be comfortable without working. That's me, to be honest with you.
Okay, so how would you balance your time if you said you are balanced in your time? You said you pretty much are. The other two said they're not. So I'm saying, like, balance it now. Tell me what needs to change, where you need to switch your investment more to.
I would need to invest less in frivolous things, which I've actually done a lot better, if I'm being completely honest with you.
Good.
I'm more on a not really paying things off, but making sure I just have enough money coming in to where it doesn't matter. I mean, my life, I'm going to be honest with y'all, is my plan is to retire in the shortest amount of time possible. Okay. So I've actually already started this. So that's why it's hard for me to answer it with a good answer, because your girl has stopped doing things like going to get nails done. I've learned to do it myself, and it's cute. I've figured out my own hair. Like, I figured out ways to not spend as much money. So I've actually been doing I drive an electric vehicle. I've saved so much money not even purchasing fuel. Like, I've been.
No, and again, some of this is for not just for your self-improvement, but for other people to take part in what's being said.
I've tried on my damn family and my damn kids, and don't start me to cussing, because I haven't started cussing on this damn show. Have I told them to start investing in themselves and doing better with their life? You better be. Are you sure as hell? Them some bitches, don't nobody listen to me. I have tried with everybody from my mama down. They don't listen to me. But when it come down to needing something, I'm there. But people are hard-headed and shit. Even friends, I try to talk to them and don't nobody want to listen to my ass.
All right, we'll take the first one back.
This is a test.
Okay, yes, ma'am. All right, thank you. I mean, Black Kenny, I just give you a few more seconds, because again, you're right. I used to be that guy that thought it was smart to work like a dog. I was I was the ultimate multitasker, right?
Me too. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, man. Listen, the folk that know me, I hate driving, and I hate driving because I would always be sleepy. Because I would try to find out, hey, Miss Tori, good to see you.
Hey, what's up, Miss Tori? How you doing?
Up, Tori?
Yes, ma'am. So again, I thought that was a badge of honor for me to work like a dog.
Me too.
Not no more. You know where I spend my most money? On my body. I get 2-hour massages every other weekend.
That's what's up.
I love that.
That's awesome.
I listen. I'm telling, hey girl, do an hour on my back and take it everywhere else. And I spend my money there, and I go spend my money on the things that give me tranquility. So again, I've changed, and again, and my next investment is my family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? See, So I'm saying, like, we've changed, we have evolved, but I want people to understand there are bad investments that y'all keep spending y'all time on that ain't necessary. So, okay, go ahead, Black. What you got?
It's interesting that here on the right you got two single brothers, and here on the left you guys in a relationship. Why did I bring that up?
Yeah.
Historically, people who are in relationships live longer. You're actually happier. The numbers actually show. Because you have somebody that give a shit about you, care about your health, and tell you to eat right, this, that, and the other. So when you ask that question about do we have a balance, it's not a coincidence that me and my brother, we're out of line. And he said, if he wish he could invest more in finding that person, there's a reason for that. And so for me to find this balance, brother, I had to change my relationship with money. I had to completely change my relationship with money. Like Lady D says, I told you, health, sleep, and friends. Look, I've come to the strong conclusion. I can't afford these bitches out here. Not in this generation. I can't get your hair and nails done. Right. And I can't go. I'm too old to get on the scene and dress and do all the line dances and shit to attract these nasty, no good bitches, and everything. So if I'm gonna fuck, it has to be transactional at this stage, And so at this stage of my life, my health, You know,
Yes.
I right before I left, I give me some new glasses. I pay attention to my health and I incorporated walking. I'm getting more sleep. I prepped all my meals this week. And again, I value friendships. I missed you guys.
Yes.
This is mentally and emotionally healthy for me to have these connections. And as it pertains to Black love, like Lady D says, I changed my relationship with money. I paid off my car note. I simplified my lifestyle. And because I can't afford these bitches in it, I get to eat what I want, whenever I want, spend on and pamper myself. And so if you come through these doors, it's transactional. Suck a little dick, take a little dick, get the fuck on.
He deserves another.
Hell to the no!
I'm assuming we're no longer on a hiatus at this point.
I am still on my hoation.
Okay. All right. Congratulations. All right, Kenny. How would you balance your portfolio and your time?
Man, I definitely I did leave our family because I definitely would want I would want to involve investing in my family. When I say my family, my children, my granddaughter, and my soon-to-be grandson is about to make his appearance.
Who's busy? Your daughter?
Yeah, that's my baby girl. We got a grandson coming in a few weeks.
The boys, they better hurry up.
Say the same. Well, you know what? I ain't rushing my boys. They get it when they get it. It's gonna be all right. They ain't
go see Uncle Lee. Uncle Lee will help.
No, they can see their daddy. I gave them some example on that, so that's why they need to chill out. But we good on them. But no, I would definitely. I would definitely, my family definitely, and definitely Black love, man. And when I say that, I realize that if you want something, you got to go after it.
Yes.
So for me to try to find love, I couldn't expect to find love sitting in these four walls every weekend and not getting outside.
Yes.
So because love ain't gonna come knocking at your door.
Yeah.
So you got to put yourself out there and be willing to play, basically roll the dice and see what happens. So that's what I would do. But definitely most of my time, man, my passion is my sports brand. I'll be honest with you. That's where my whole that's really what my focus is at this point.
Yes.
As well as finding love too. So
and let me say this, because again, I by no means am I saying that everybody needs to have the same goals as all of us, but this is what you know. As an investor in money, I know one thing for sure: the best investments I make is the one that's making me money. So if you are happy with your portfolio, with your time, then guess what? You are making good investments. It's the point that when you're not making good investments, it's going to affect your life. It's going to affect your emotions. It's going to affect how you feel about yourself. And so all I'm saying is that as long as you are getting a rate on your return by make sure that you are investing your time wisely, great. And all I'm doing is giving people the opportunity to think about it. She said, "Congratulations, Grandpa Kenny."
Thank you, Miss Tori. Already.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
So again, y'all just don't be wasting your time when you say time is money, because a lot of people out there say they busy and they really ain't. And so again, saying y'all wasting time, and again, it's costing you because y'all put more money in this bad investment. And again, you could have been investing in your family, or you could have been investing in yourself. And now the result is that, shout out to Deion Sanders. It don't matter how much money you got, you can still get bladder cancer.
Right.
And again, so I'm just telling y'all. So, all right. So, that was good. All right, y'all. I'm going to dig a little deeper here. All right. Black morality. I took about a week and a half thinking about this. This has nothing to do with segregation or separation of who we are. There are facts. So I want to be clear about this. We all know what morality is. But what I've come to realize is that there are some areas of morality or morale that are influenced by our ethnicity. They're influenced by our culture. Now, there are others that are influenced by those that we have proximity with. But I really wanted to talk about black morality, and I'll tell you why as we start talking. But this is what I mean by this, and I'm gonna be a little lighthearted when I say this. If you know that there's one more slice of pizza in that box, and you come into my house, do you have permission to eat my last slice of pizza without my? Are you gonna eat my last slice of pizza without my permission?
Obviously not.
No.
I'm just saying. So, okay, for instance, if you go to a white person's house, can you go into the refrigerator or without asking?
No. I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't, but I think
but you wouldn't.
Right. But will white people do that?
They will.
Maybe, probably. I don't know.
She's no, because she got.
You gotta check them sometimes.
That's what I'm saying. So again, I want y'all to realize. So again, grandmama and them, if you in the neighborhood with the white people, they leave their door unlocked, and can you just walk in their house?
Yeah.
That's what they do. They just walk in each other's house. If you're gonna do that with black folks,
cannot.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Y'all see where I'm going with this thing. Okay. So now, with y'all understanding my point, what is it that has caused black morality? Because again, I'm going to get a little deeper in this moment because people always try to reprimand black people for how we treat each other. But y'all have to understand that there is a morality that is tied to our ethnicity, and it's because of certain things. So just on the face value of that moment, what do you think about when you hear me say now black morality? Black, just give me a little summary because I want to go somewhere with this.
Well, I definitely think it's real. Culturally, there is no other ethnicity like black people. Maybe. It is a truly unique experience to be black in America, especially. But even if you go outside of this country. And so I think it's a real thing. And I think that I know that's exactly why culturally we're the most imitated, emulated race on the planet. You know, we drive culture, music, fashion, you name it, you know, that's what our culture does. With that said, it is a unique experience to be black because intertwined in there are all these other little subdivisions of what's right and wrong. And even it breaks down even amongst black families of things you can and can't do, the way we carry ourselves, because in our individual households, that can change and differ from place to place.
Just a second. I was just asking about you.
Hey, Carol.
And it's good to see you, man.
Hey, what up, CC?
Oh, no, you're not late at all. Don't rewind. Just, go watch it later. But good to see you, man. I'm glad to see you. Okay, sister, what do you take when I say black morality?
Pretty much what Black was saying. It's just the way that it's just a culture of us, the way we kind of raise our children up to be respectful of everybody outside. You know, it's almost that kind of, you could act up at home before you act up in public and embarrass me. It's almost kind of like that as well. Like I get on my oldest daughter now because I'm still blocked on social media, and I'm like, why am I blocked? And she's like, Mama, because I be cussing and stuff on there, and I don't want you fussing at me. And I'm like, girl, what are we doing? I'm like, you're grown. You can do what you want to do. You pay your own. She was like, no, I ain't ready yet. We'll see. We'll see later. So
great
stuff like that. It's just, but I also feel like we're almost kind of like this group here. I think we're almost kind of sheltered, and we're not in tune with kind of what's going on, because I know a lot of the younger generation, they ain't who you think they are. They're not the same respectful ones that were how we raised our children and the ones that we're in spaces with. It's some knuckleheads.
Oh, I got something here.
It's not the same as how Muddy and Big Mama made us that.
I'm about to set the. I'm just setting the stage. I got 10 minutes on this one. Don't Kenny, you got something to add to that before I get
just a little bit. I agree with Brother Black and Lady D. I think it's a generational thing too when you talk about black morality, because it's different generations. And Lady D just made reference. You know, all of us are pretty much the same generation. So the morals that was instilled to with us and the way we were raised by our parents or parent or grandparents. It's a little bit different now, you know. So yeah, it's definitely. I would say I don't want to say diverse, but it's definitely different.
Yes,
when you compare the generations. Yeah,
right. So let me tell you where I'm going with this. So I watched this podcast with David Banner, and he made this comment about his father beating him. And he said he used to get very angry at his father for how he treated him until his father explained to him why he did the things the way he did them. And again, I'm only stating facts, ladies and gentlemen. So y'all know we don't race bait. So we're just going to keep it 100, but we love everybody. He said the reason why I know about beating you is because of how my father and them raised us. Because back in the day, if you got into a situation with some white folks and they was going to try to get you, if you started beating your son before they could get to them, it would calm the mob. And so that mentality says, no, I'm beating you before they get to you because I'm trying to save your life.
Right.
But I also see there's some trauma there too. That's a trauma mentality that unfortunately our community has passed on.
That's right. Don't get me wrong.
Beating children. Think that that's good, but
my pushback on that is the word beat. I grew up with I'm gonna beat your ass, and what that meant for us in my time, my generation was my mother wasn't killing us, you know, or anything like that. But it sounds worse than it is. My little pushback on it, Brother Kenny, for me is that I get what David Banner is saying in a sense that there was a time when neighbors could correct you and could administer physical punishment. And I personally believe I missed that time. I think more of these little ugly sons of bitches walking around here need to have their ass beat because some of these parents are not willing to do it. We've swung the pendulum so far over on the left that this timeout shit, this gentle parenting shit, it's produced this same generation that don't give a fuck about morality and respecting their elders and things like that. So I'm not advocating beating with sticks and extension cords and things like that, but a little ass whooping is still needed.
Yes, and that's what I meant. I understood his point of view. Don't mean that I agree with the approach, but I understood because of the reality of how America was back then, as far as how they had the right to do things to black people that clearly they can't. But I'm saying this also. There is a far left now to this thing that because of what you're saying, Kenny, that it was abusive, and now people have responded by hands off.
Completely.
Well, that has caused also another issue, thus again integrating races, right? Because again, there was a different approach, not all white folks, but a lot of them that they tend to want to talk to their children. I'm gonna tell y'all, I've had to tell my children on multiple occasions, you don't live in a white home, you live in a black home. Right. So the things that I'm gonna have you do, because you have made the same decision that young lady had or that young man had, I'm not gonna respond the same way. That just ain't how we do things over here. And it's because of how we have the standard that we have set, because there has been things that have been done in the past and we're trying to right those wrongs. But yes, there are things that were done wrong, but I understand why they were done that way.
Again, I'm not pushing back against what what you were saying, Brother Brandon. I just when David Banner, and I get it, and I'm not here to tell anybody how you should discipline your kids, but I also know that unfortunately, just because in tradition you're supposed to beat your kid's ass, that don't necessarily mean that that's healthy and that's good.
Correct.
That's just my opinion.
And it
I
is
just
equally
don't, because
unhealthy.
I didn't have to beat mine.
Yeah, and
my kids have never been in trouble. Yes. So that's telling me that there is another way to discipline kids without you saying I'm gonna beat your ass.
Sure, that's 100%. I'm finna
But it don't work for everybody. But that worked in my house.
That's
So,
right, and that's the truth, and that's what I'm getting at. Not to take the rabbit hole of
Right.
discipline, but it's just showing that there is a way that Black people think, and a lot of it has been revered because of our older generation's upbringing. And so again, we normally get mad at people because of their lack of understanding or intellect about why they've done things. But you got to understand that some people are doing the best that they can, and we have to learn to navigate through those the understandings. But go ahead, Black.
Well, I wanted to kind of get back to the Black morality thing, even though my brother and I, we're different sides of the coin. I'm an ass beater. And if you bring
let's get back to Black morality.
right. Oh, and Black ass beating. We're gonna get to both of them.
but I wanted to kind of ask a question, since we've got not only this panel but the dais as it relates to Black morality. I think there is a cultural difference when it comes to love. When what I've experienced working for white corporate America, and I would love to hear your take on this, sister, is that I'm sorry to be generalizing and stereotyping, but I'm just telling you from my experience, other races, not just white people, I'm talking other races as well, there's a different morality when it comes to love and sex and how they view things versus Black people. I have seen on many occasions, I know coworkers right now that I show up in Zoom meetings with right now, and she used to be married to him and he was married to her sister. They don't view it the same way. It doesn't seem to. I'm looking at your face, Lady D. In Black culture, there's a lot of other stigma when it comes to Black love and morality, that things that we just right now, if I can ask a female friend, no, you can't talk to none of my friends. I have ex-girlfriends that you can't talk to none of my friends. So when it comes to morality, even in terms of the Black experience, we view love and relationships and sex and dating friends in such a different way than other cultures. Is it just me?
No, you're right. I agree.
Yeah.
What I have found is it's actually the same, because I know some no good ass Black men who don't have the best morals when it comes to like relationships, because in relationships that I've been in with Black men, I've had issues with them, like wondering why they talking this much to my friend, and and stuff like that. I just think the difference between us and white people is we talk a lot. So we put all of our, like, it's both. It's okay. Like when Black people do something immoral, or what we consider immoral, we have always been taught, you keep it in house, don't you tell nobody, let that go, that ain't true, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? And with white people, there's just like a lot less shame to things, to where it's just kind of out there for everybody to know. If you think into, like, I come from a family that's a pretty large family on my dad's side or whatever, but if you think about family members, y'all know if there's ever been rumors that some of your cousins been messing around in the background, but you don't really talk about that. It's just a rumor, and everybody kind of like hush with it. You don't talk about it, but you think there's something there. But with white folks, they'll have a baby by, they'll tell you they in love, and it's just because our morals don't allow us to be out loud in public with that type of thing, because there's a lot of shame attached to it. Does that make sense?
I get it, but and I'm not talking about the morality of it, but do you find the stigma, though, it's not the same with other races where, I've been to functions where I'm drinking and white woman turns around, Freddie, look at my breasts, and Freddie, my wife has some great titties, and there is this, it's just less stigma attached to when it comes to love and sex.
Now that I agree with. That I tell you, that's the truth.
That's what I'm talking about, not the aspect of the criminality.
So let me put some mashed potatoes on the table with this, because I thought about this as well. Yeah, I'm just saying this is another dish. Because again, here's my point. And again, we're not going to exhaust the conversation. So again, we're just talking through it. So
right.
Something. So for instance, let's think about, again, I'm going back a little bit. When in our history, there was a time that Black women were being forced to do things, raped, told to do things that things don't matter. Because again, we used to get mad at black women because they didn't want to provide fellatio, right?
Yeah.
And again, you got to remember, mama and them say, hey, you be careful where you don't. And again, why? Because right, because why? Maybe they have experienced something that was unwarranted. That's where they took their mind.
Don't nobody want your dirty ass, salty ass, mustard ass dick in their mouth. Or is that?
Speak for yourself, girl. Get out of here.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Speak for yourself.
Yeah. So again, so don't listen. Don't have me put my black butt out here.
Thank you.
Wait, so
Lady D, they don't even want you to walk that dick no more. They wanted mustard salty.
Don't take me off of my task. Just
here we go.
So, but then, so I'm saying this. I'm saying
go.
And again, we're not generalizing. I'm just telling you what could possibly be, because that Caucasian women have grown up where the generations have told them, you need to do that for your husband. You got to do that for him. You better do that for him if you want to keep a happy home. So again, I'm talking about how things are why there is a ethnicity to morality is because there are experiences that have taken people to places. Now, again, are we integrating? Yes. Is it good? Yes, some, and it's bad some, because again, you got to understand we was raised different. And that's all I'm saying. At the end of the day, that you have to be careful how you try to criticize people for the way they're thinking, again, until they do better, because you just never know why a person is teaching. Because again, somebody's grandmama taught their daughter, we don't do that. Again, even if it's religious. Okay, that'll take me somewhere.
That's a whole. That's a whole nother.
But that's why morality has to have ethnicity tied to it. I say have to. It just has to have some type of additive. I don't know the terminology, English terminology. What is it, a verb or whatever? I don't know. When you adverb, maybe. No, I don't know what the word. But whatever you got to add to the word to make it more colorful. There's more to it than just morals. Everybody don't have the same morals. It's going to be tied to your experience.
Correct.
And so that's all I'm saying in a nutshell is that, yes, no, you can't walk in my house, because when they used to walk in our grandparents' house, great-grandparents, they was thinking about somebody was finna drag them out there and put them on a cross. That wasn't the same experience for other people. So that's what. So I'm saying all that to say that there's a reason why black people think differently than other races, and sometimes it's tied to how we were raised. And so you just got to learn how to accept where people are, and then when you know better, you do better. I guess I could say that without us getting into 10 more different discussions about that.
No, that was a great bow on it. It really was.
Right. I mean, we could, because even in our own community, we think differently.
Yes.
All of us don't think the same when it comes to morality too. So I mean, that's a whole nother topic.
I think morality and manners kind of go hand in hand here.
Okay. Yeah. So and so again, I'm just saying for the record, if me and Devin had went to the same school, I would have never dealt with her and none of her friends.
This is oh boy.
I didn't play that. We don't play. We don't. We don't play none of that. So, again. Hey, speak for yourself. Speak for yourself.
Today, Devin, I'll be honest. Today, Devin is not 20-year-old Devin. I'll just be honest with you. I'm
sure.
I am no longer with the bullshit. I just earned too much and got too many degrees to be put up with bullshit.
Ahead, baby.
That's where I am. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, sis. Go ahead, sis.
Let Lee tell it. That's the worst ones.
Go ahead, sis.
Yeah, the way Lee talk.
That's true, because we got a mind of our own. We do what we want to do, and we don't do what we don't want to do.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. So again, that's just a little bit. I just want to make sure that we're clear, because again, I'm seeing these kids grow up together, and because everybody living in the same neighborhoods now, and it's just like, no, I don't care what they're doing over there.
But what I want to say, and and sorry to interrupt you, just about the spanking thing, kind of leaning on what Ken said, like, I have 3 children, and the one that got the most spankings turned out to be the most hell. So, and the ones who didn't hardly ever get a spanking, I have to think about when it happened. I remember I tried to fist fight my oldest daughter, but that was her fault. And we didn't actually fight because she was, they try you sometimes, and you just have to let them know. Let's pretend we don't know each other for this moment. Then we got back in the car and everything was fine. But the one that got it the most was the one who gave me the most hell and has been in trouble and all of that. So I agree. It's not always necessary, but my daughters were also a lot more afraid of me than my son.
Okay. Yeah. And again, this is just conversation for thought. And again, there's so much more to unravel, but we're just letting you know that, again, don't criticize your parents if Sally and them doing something that, your mom and them won't let you do. Because again, it's just the way we grew up. So sorry, this is how it is. So, all right. Well, y'all been waiting, and I have too. And we're gonna get into this thing, financial infidelity. And I just want to reset the stage because again, hold on, Kenny, give me a second. Yep. Because again, because we had a position, and based on, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. Lee feels that you better not tell me whether you're sleeping with somebody or you're spending my money incorrectly. Devin said, I don't want to repeat exactly what she said, but if she want to repeat it, that you can get your money back, but you can't pull that penis out of there. And so that's what she said. And so again, that was her position. And I never really got Kenny's position. What? So Kenny,
I'm trying to remember the conversation.
Okay, well, good.
Financial infidelity or sexual infidelity?
Infidelity, yeah. Which one was more important to you?
Which one is worse?
Yes, which one was worse? Oh. Yeah, which one you couldn't put up with? Mm-hmm.
Shoot.
I'll let you think about it.
They both on equal. I mean, the lesser of both evils. Yeah. I probably could deal with the financial infidelity a little bit better than the sexual infidelity.
Okay, so then we talked about. Then Devin brought up a point about she was a proud infidel when it comes to money, because again, y'all teach women to hold on to their money and put their money up and all that.
Hide it, don't secret funds, and don't know what. Yeah,
and in her own words, and do. So yes, we got that part. That's what she said. Boy, listen, I watched that show about 10 times because So here it is for y'all. If women teach financial infidelity, is that then a double standard?
I don't think it's financial infidelity. I don't like that definition actually.
Okay.
And what I actually said, if you want me to repeat it, is you can give me back my money. You can't unfuck that bitch. That's what I said.
Good God Almighty.
I heard it 10 times. Yes, sir. She did say it. Yes,
that's
sir.
What I said.
That's what you said. And again, go on.
But I don't like the word financial infidelity, because to me, infidelity is something that I've done that's kind of wronged you, and I've done it in secret, and I've been caught, and I wouldn't.
That's what it sounds like to me. If you hide money from the marriage,
I'm not hiding. If you know, I have my own account, and I got.
Also, no, but that most of the time, we don't know.
No, but I always tell.
Okay, so you're different. Okay,
I tell you from jump. This
so okay, all right.
She got an FU fund. That's right.
Okay, so your husband knows that you have your own money over here.
Oh, I have that.
It was an agreement before I moved in with him.
Okay. Well, that's you different. Okay, gotcha.
All right. So here we are. And so now this is my thing about this. If it's not a double standard, she says she don't agree with that terminology, and so I'll let you stay there. But here it is. When it comes to a man cheating on a woman physically versus a woman taking money from the relationship financially, why does it come across as though we are, and I say it like this, like, cannot one affect the other? Because I believe that sometimes, and again, y'all correct if I'm wrong, but to get back at a man, a woman does take money and she go and spend up like a dog, and then she to get back. I just saw this dog chasing its tail when it comes to men cheating, and it's more forgiving. And again, I heard Devin, so I know where she's standing. She doesn't agree with the terminology, but for the rest of us, is there a situation where one is being looked at differently only because it's individually, like it's based on individuals? And I guess I'll just answer my own question, right? Because it's based on the individual when it comes to how you feel about that. Go ahead.
And I think that they both are different, because I think most of the times a man, you don't know that your woman had a secret account until after the marriage or relationship is over. That's when you find out. Most of the time, you don't know why you still in it, that your lady already got a separate stash over here. Whereas sometimes, most of the time, sexual infidelity sometimes it's found out some sort of way, which causes the demise of the relationship. Okay. I don't think financial infidelity has ever been the cause of the demise. I ain't gonna say ever, because then I'm saying it's never happened, but I'm sure it has. But those occurrences probably happen less than sexual infidelity. So I think that's kind of where the difference is.
So let me clarify. So let me clarify my question then to you guys. Is this ideology? Because to Devin's point, she doesn't agree with financial infidelity, but I promise you, I can find at least 2 men that will say that having sex with another person wouldn't be considered infidelity, right? They call it polygamy now, right? Right? So
no, that's you speaking from a misogynist perspective. You see what I'm saying? You go off and you have sex with another woman, and you tell me it ain't as bad as when you took our last $500 and bought a bag. But if I go slip on a banana peel, fall on a penis, and I tell you it's not as bad as when you took that last money and you bought some J's. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't gonna even have that discussion, because y'all not gonna stick around after you hear your woman cheated. You already out the door trying to figure out how to be gone. So you're speaking from a misogynistic perspective, because you know it's a double standard when it comes to men and women. When it comes to cheating.
Well, we can ask the resident misogynist, sir. Is that
and I'm a proud misogynist.
He is. No.
So I love the fact that, Lady D, you said you object to the word. When we look up the word infidelity, it's a state of being unfaithful. And so my answer, what I said on our previous meeting, was, for me, why financial infidelity, unfaithfulness, is worse, is because, look, I'm a realist. Number one, I'm not going to be faithful. If some side pussy presents itself, I'm going to get me some. I'm going to be smart about it. And so I expect her to do the same. I've just evolved to the point where my thing is, if I can't be staying up with you all night and hovering your ass all around the house and ringing your bell 1,000. Look, if you need to get you some side shit, be smart about it. But I still don't have a problem with the word of infidelity, because it's still an act for me of unfaithfulness. If you feel the need to have a secret account so that you can do something, I failed at my job. Now, I love what Cece said, and I've had to evolve to that point. Now, in my marriage, I control the finances. And I know that's a horrible, dirty word that a lot of women don't want to hear when I say I control the finances. The part that I want to make sure you understand, and if my sister's still on here, she can vouch for this. When I use the word control, I wasn't doling out my money to my wife like she's some child. She had full access to go get whatever she wanted. The reality is my job as a husband at that time was to make sure that she had everything she needed. I made sure the car was always filled up. If her car was on E, she took my car. She just took it, because, again, I knew if I got up and walked outside, her shit must be on E. I had to go fill it up. If a tire was down, I had to figure it out sometime.
You were the responsible party.
Yes. And that was my role as the husband. And my role was to make sure that everything was working and this, that, out. And again, if she was going somewhere, it wasn't me watching penny pinching. It was, baby, what do you need? You know what I'm saying? If she was going with her friends, that's my wallet. Go get what you need. when I say control, I was making sure the money was always working for us. And so when I hear the word infidelity and financial infidelity, if you feel the need that you have to secretly have a separate account so that you can do some side shit, that is infidelity to me, and that's worse because I'm not actually watching you. And I hope that if you're doing some things, I just don't need to see it. And don't bring me nothing. Keep that pussy good and clean so that when you bring it to me and I dive up in it, that I won't catch anything. As far as what you buy and everything, that's fine. But also, there should be a level of responsibility here to where if our money is going in a direction that's not benefiting both of us, I'm upset. I'm upset about that.
So let me back the train up just a tad. Let's take away the physical infidelity. How about emotional cheating, Devin? Does that bring a little bit more equivalence?
Emotional. I mean, and I may be the wrong person to speak on the financial infidelity because I have been wronged in the past by relying by that logic of a joint account and it's all good and you don't have to worry. And then when it's time for me to skirt out of there, it's you make sure I have nothing and I don't have the ability to make it on my own. And I preach that to every woman. I tell every woman, the man you divorce is not the man that you marry. It's just he's just not. You know what I'm saying? So I always preach to have your own stash, but I also always preach to make sure he knows about it. So if he ever stumble up on it, it's not a secret. You know what I'm saying? Because this is how much we put in the joint account. You know what I'm saying? But damn it, if I need some new tires, I still expect you to do it. If I need whatever black over that top, I don't need no gas right now, but let's pretend I do. I still may need you to go fill up my car or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just because that's just who I am. I'm trying to work on that. You know what I'm saying? But it's not that I'm keeping my money a secret. I even have an amount. Don't get me wrong. This is how much I need in my checking to be happy. This is how much I need in my savings to be happy. Anything over that, let's go for it. What you need? You need what, $3,000 for to put on the next trip? Okay, here you go. So I'm not stingy with my money. I just need a fuck you fund. That way, when you don't act right, I can get up and move around if I feel like it.
So I love your honesty. And
can't do nothing but respect that. And
I respect it, but for me, that's you already got one foot out the door.
And to that point, and again, I had more to. Well, and when I say this, I believe this is all ideology, and I believe to Devin's point, she said something that I believe that we should take into consideration. You got to be honest, and you got to be upfront, and you got to be able to articulate your ideology. Because if you don't, because she is right, because people do things, that's why I don't really like that people don't take the time to understand who they are. Because if you can't tell me who you are, then that's a problem for me. Because I'll be honest with you. Again, I told y'all I'm 20 years in the game, so can't nobody do nothing to me. When I was with my wife knew from the jump I hate driving. And you know what my wife said? She said, I love driving. And 20 years later, she lied to me.
She pulled one over on you, huh,
brother? When I tell you, she always in the passenger seat, and I'm like, "Is you gonna drive sometime?" I told you from the beginning, I hate driving. And, I can't see now. Okay, well, what happened 20 years ago? I've been driving. So what I'm saying, I know I'm saying that be funny, but ultimately, I would, because in my honest opinion, I believe that it's all wrong, but it's even worse when you cannot articulate what you can and cannot do. Because some men ideology is, again, here we go with that taught by who you're around. Some men think that they gotta do something because that's what their daddy did. Well, your girlfriend's smarter than you, dummy. So she needs to take care of the money. but because you have this, you know, so it's a problem. You got to know the person you're fooling with, right? Because again, if you don't, you're gonna find yourself in a situation that you don't want. And again, some men think things are cheating, some women think some things are cheating, and again, if you don't have a clear understanding of what those things are, then it's going to be an issue. Here's the word that we're using, because again, Black and Devin was right here, is trust. Again, he said 1 foot, you already got your foot out the door. I believe some people call prenups some type of form of you got your foot out the door, right? Because you already saying this thing ain't gonna work. And so in my opinion, you gotta give space. That's why I can't stand it when people be rushing. Stop rushing into stuff, because you ain't even giving
but you have car insurance, right? You have no expectation when you leave your house every day of having a car accident. No expectation. Right. But just in case you have that car insurance to fall back on. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's forced upon you by the state, you still have that car insurance. And so if it's there, you need it. I have no intentions of ever in life getting a divorce, but I done dealt with some fools in my past who done flipped on me, who were Prince Charming, rolled up, swoop you up. I promise I don't care nothing about money. If we ever break up, don't worry, I got you. You can have whatever you want. I don't want nothing. And as soon as you break up, they be like, figure it out. You ain't gonna be able to leave me easily. So that's all it is for me. It's just an insurance policy for myself. But I'm also, like I said, I'm not stingy with my money. I contribute highly, well, more than what is needed for like the household, because I know we like to play as much as we like to pay bills, meaning we like to go and we like to do. And I wouldn't feel right just kind of living off of somebody. But at the same time, I think you need, just like you said, you need to be upfront, like Black said, in the beginning of a relationship, and you need to have these sort of discussions. And if your woman said, I'm going to have this fund over here, and if it's going to have this much money in it, and you got a problem with that, then you just say that, and that's not going to work with me. You know that you guys aren't equally yoked.
Okay. Yep.
And I love your analogy of the insurance, which is why I despise it with every part of my being. I think, and that every 6 months I'm on this internet looking to see if I can change my rates, because it's the greatest highway robbery. Chris Rock said insurance is in case some shit happens, but to your point, Lady D, 9 times out of 10 some shit don't happen. So how did I get to a point that I'm 57 years old and I'm paying more in insurance now than I paid fucking 20 years ago, because I simply live in a zip code where it's more irresponsible motherfuckers on the road that I have to pay more. So guess what? Every 6 months, I'm looking on the internet to change partners with insurance, because fuck State Farm, fuck Geico, and fuck them all, because I have to pay a rate for something, and I'm a safe fucking driver. I average about fucking 30 miles a fucking week, but I gotta pay these motherfuckers. Ooh. So the insurance company, I'm looking to step out of that relationship every chance I get. And the moment somebody offer me $20 cheaper, buy State Farm. Fuck you with no Vaseline.
Well, ooh, you triggered something with Brother Black.
My bad. Y'all don't say insurance no more. Y'all know that. Don't say insurance.
Hey,
okay.
But you right, Brother Black. I'm with you on that. You right.
And I think Carol is right when she says they take the pet to anything else not nailed down. My ex-husband even sold my kids his video game, whatever he could do to hurt me. And he didn't even sell it. He just took it all and put it in storage and said, if you don't leave me, you can have it all back. So I literally had to start from the bottom and live with my nagging ass, hollering ass, begging ass mama for months until I earned enough money to put down a deposit and go live on my own. I just don't want to do that again.
I don't know how we got to another segment, but
I don't know how we got there.
I just wanted to make sure I kept up with everybody, because I don't know. I'm here.
Geico.
Yeah, I'm here. Y'all there. I don't know what. I'm like the green man. What are we talking about now? Are we talking about insurance or are we talking about food? I don't. Okay, so yes, no, in Black, no, y'all not mistaken. Black did not connect the dots in relationship as insurance, so he just had a moment. All right, so again, so yes, so to everybody's point, I believe it's ideology, and again, you heard everybody's points of view. You know, for the most part, if you're slipping in it, then we out. But for the other part is there is a I don't want to call it. Well, would I call it that? I mean, I guess it is. It's as far as you're gonna go. Like we have walls, and this is where my wall is. And if you gonna live in my space, you got to know I'm gonna have some walls up.
Right.
Some people are not like that. And so again, you just better make sure that you're okay with the relationship that you got. That if they do got some walls in the house, that you make sure that you don't climb them, because you may just all that. See, I don't know where we got to. She says, "Thank you. We are with God." Right. All right, that'll be on the next segment, y'all. Okay. All right. So again, I appreciate the conversation, because again, it's just conversation for us to be able to articulate. So, ladies and gentlemen, articulate. I would really suggest you learn to be with somebody you can trust, because again, over time, the way Devin explained her position, it didn't start that way, and now she is a place that where this is what I got, but the love I have for him is that when I have more than enough, we gonna splurge. So again, you just got to know where you're at. So, and again, my wife still ain't driving, but I ain't going nowhere. Yeah, I'm thinking about switching now. So y'all send me on. Anyway, I just teasing.
You need a self-driving vehicle, sir.
You know what? Listen, as quiet as it's kept now. I'm gonna tell my business. I just got me a car. No, I'll tell. My wife just got her car because I don't need nothing. But I tell you what, I got in that car and I hit that cruise, and when I tell you, I could take my hands off the wheels. And it turns, I said, what's going on? But then the thing started alarming. Put your hands back on that wheel.
Now you gotta do full self-driving and mind your business.
So you're right. And don't get me wrong. I enjoy it. I'd hop in a minute, just so I don't have to put my hands on the wheel. I've been tested, just trying to put my pinky on there, and it just I'm telling you, I'm spoiled now. So I was like, wow.
Oh, you want to drive now?
Well, I don't have to now. You know what I'm saying?
A while ago, you was complaining about driving. Now
I ain't driving now because the car driving itself. I tested it.
Well, now you can get your little behind in that doggone driver's seat and go.
You're right. So I will now. So but now she'll want me in the car now, right? Get your car. Okay, I got you. All right. Well, listen, great show. Welcome back, everybody. And this is the way we start coming back in. And I just appreciate y'all so much and enjoyed having this conversation. And thank you all for chiming in. Victoria, Miss CC, Steven, Sherry, everybody, man. Thank y'all so much, man, for joining in. And all y'all back there eating popcorn, ain't talking to us. Love y'all.
Oh, yeah, Papa Haynes. Papa Haynes was in there.
Thank you. Appreciate that. All right. Well, listen, y'all know how we do. We won't ever change it. And this how we do our thing. And my brother, okay, I don't know what's going on with my thing, but Kenny.
Oh, you good? Okay.
Yes, I'm gonna let Kenny do what he's supposed to be doing, which is leading us out of here, brother.
Taking the first leg in the 4x100. It's good to be back. Good to be back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank everybody for watching. My good brother Stephen A. Jackson was in the house. Yeah. Papa Haynes, CC, Sherry, and Miss Toria. Appreciate your support. Aaron. Appreciate you. Oh, and Aaron, no doubt. Aaron, good brother Aaron. Appreciate you all watching. Again, this Black Love series, man. I think, as you noticed tonight, that we all are black, but we all are different too. But that don't mean we ain't black. That just means that we think things differently because we all come from different experiences, different walks of life. But I think at the end of the day, we all have a common goal is we want to come to a understanding and we want black love to win. Y'all know that's my saying. Yes, I want to see black love win. So the only way we can win is we got to talk these things out, even if they become a little uncomfortable sometimes. And we can find a way to agree to disagree, but maybe find some common ground. So black love is going to win, and we going to believe in that. And before I get out of here, I got to give a shout out to my baby brother. My brother Kaleem, the day before his 49th trip around the sun, your big brother want to wish you a happy early born day. And in the words of G Money from New Jack City, I am my brother's keeper. My baby brother already know. how we
Yeah.
go down. It's going down like 4 flat tires with us both. So again, happy early born day, bro. Big brother, love you. That's my
Yes,
final
sir.
thoughts.
That's definitely black love right there. Madam, always a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm glad to be back. I was out getting a little
Yes.
tan, get my little suntan on, get my little sunny sand. Ladies, I want y'all to listen to 75% of what I say, because if you listen to all of it, you go F around and be single.
Yes!
I'm glad you told the truth on that.
And I would advise you is when you talk as much shit as I do, you also got to keep yourself up. I tell you that much too. You gotta anyway. But I will always say you should have an insurance policy for yourself when you're in a relationship, because you just have to be able to stand on your own 2 feet. Because often both women and men will try to use money to control the other party. I've seen it on both ends, not just women toward men, but I'm just saying it just goes both ways. So you should always have the ability to stand on your own 2 feet, or if something happens. But as we spoke of, you should always also be honest about it and be honest about what you have. But don't get nobody your password or access to your ish, because it's just yours. Make sure you contribute into the household and your part, and you're not being selfish. And if you don't give a damn about being single, you can't talk as much shit as I do, because that's just life. So talk shit and have a fuck you fun.
Oh my
There you go.
boy.
Oh my goodness. And speaking of somebody don't care about being single, sir, always.
Man, she led me right to it, because I love being single. I love where my life is at the stage, but I love this family, and I missed you guys so much. And
Yes.
this is therapy for me, and I learned so much from this panel. And whenever we do the Black Series Love, it gives y'all may not know this. I get to think about this for weeks on end. I get to play this back in my head. And when you live alone, I talk to myself, because I'm the most intelligent person I know. But anyway.
No shame.
But I learned so much from you. And my final thoughts is, I love my brother on the bottom who's in a stable, monogamous relationship. It's truly relationship goals. And to, in this day and age, witness that level of commitment is a beautiful thing. My marriage was the second most important thing I've ever failed at, and I'm still working through that. My brother up top, who unapologetically is looking for Black love, but is the biggest advocate of it. I love him to death, because I live some ways vicariously through his eyes, and he's holding out that hope that I don't always see. And my precious sister in the middle, who I love dearly, Lady D, you make me realize truly right now I'm just not at a stage where I know I can afford a woman, and that I'm just not there yet, So I love everything that you're saying, because you can get away with a lot of that because of your confidence, your brilliance, and all of those things. But I love the fact that you added that 25%. Not all you bitches is her. So as long as some of you raggedy bitches out there that don't have a leg to stand on, y'all come see me, and we can work it out together.
Oh boy. I knew he was gonna go after that 25%. I knew it. I knew when Lady D said 25%, y'all might be single the rest of your life.
Yes,
Black said, got him. I got him.
The ultimate opportunity.
Only need a quarter.
The ultimate opportunist. I swear, the ultimate opportunist. Yes, always. Okay, y'all. Well, listen, I've been waiting around. I've been combing through videos, and I just said I have some good ones coming up during the weeks. But for this one, I thought I would keep it more poignant. So I have a question for you guys. What do you feel is the worst thing that can happen if you burn bridges?
You probably have to try to walk back across that bridge you burned. It ain't happening.
It's not going to happen. Yes, sir. You cannot go backwards.
You gotta live with your poor choice. You gotta live with your poor choices.
You do. And I mean you do. And I mean it. When I say you do, you got to live with them. Well, great answers. But I will say this. I believe that the worst thing that ever happens to those who burn bridges is this.
I hope that was AI.
All right.
Yeah.
That ain't my job. I ain't here to figure that out. But I'll just tell you, it was a great illustration of my point, which is, listen, the worst thing that can happen to you burning bridges is that you're going to hurt other people.
Mm.
No.
You're going to hurt other people. And so I've never seen a person that didn't burn a bridge that didn't hurt other people. So y'all be careful how y'all treating each other. And y'all be careful how y'all decide to move away from these relationships. Because listen, I've set some bridges on fire because what they was doing to me. And I mean, I tell you, when I set that thing on fire, I don't plan for it to come back because some of y'all do mean to hurt because I don't fool with y'all no more. But at the end of the day, I know who I value, and I'll never burn a bridge that I value. I'll never burn a bridge that I value. And I value these three people and all y'all that are watching us. I value y'all. And so if we make mistakes or we say things that may offend you, just know we don't mean it. And if I need to clarify it, I'll let Black do it. So I ain't saying that. Man, appreciate that, Steve, man. We'll be back next week. And let's
all right, Brother Jack. What's happening?
Yeah.
Appreciate you tuning in.
Thank you so much. So listen, y'all, that's Lee, that's Devin, and that's Kenny. And we'll see y'all in 7 days. We out of here. Peace.
Peace.